Oh, does she do? Is that the same Pam that does Chickfactor?
And there's also some Bright Colored Lights, which Matt and I are in, who were in.
Bright Colored Lights is the great secret that's going to come out soon.
Yeah.
That's a band?
It's Steven and I and Mike and Pam.
From Black Panther.
And a drummer, kind of like a fill-in drummer.
Nice. Yeah, this kind of brings up another thing. Did you read the thing in the city paper about how they're talking about the Chickfactor thing tomorrow night? How it's all the same people reinventing the same thing in different ways. Does that bother you that they say that, or does it seem to bother your fans? I mean, I like all the new. I mean, personally, I like all the new.
Well, you know,
all the new
setups.
Sorry.
All the new setups. You know, I don't think it's like boring. Same.
No, I like the stuff that you guys are playing today. I've never heard anything except for the catalog.
the whole Chickfactor thing, like, we're not really.
You should talk to him about
Yeah,
Chickfactor.
man, we're not really a part of it.
Yeah, I know. I never read anything about you guys in Chickfactor.
That's because
it's named after him.
Oh, really?
I coined the phrase Chickfactor in an interview.
Tell the story. In
an interview, in a fanzine.
Which was a friend of yours.
Yeah, which was a friend of mine.
We were just talking off the record.
Exactly. It was sort of a
Slam!
Yeah, I have a big mouth, you know, and I was talking with my friend.
I'm not telling this fast enough. Basically, the story is Mike and Velocigirl were very close friends. They all went to school together, as well as Dan, who plays a Glover, and Pam and all those guys. And he kind of they just fell out. You know, they're just not friends, really close friends anymore. The guys in Velocigirl. So basically, Mike would talk shit to us about them, just saying like, just get them off of my label. I want nothing to do with them, kind of thing. He just didn't. I mean, nothing. It's not like. He just does not like Velocigirl music, the music they make. He likes them as people. I mean, they're still like, you know, they're still nice to each other and stuff. It wasn't like that.
Didn't Archie help start Slumberland?
I think, I mean, I hate to say, I love Archie, and I know he did give some money to start it, but I think his involvement is greatly overplayed.
I think, I mean, certainly like Kelly was probably more involved.
Yeah.
In the sense that he was in Powder Burns and like.
I mean, all those guys really did it together. I mean, it's Mike's label, but we all chip in and do stuff. I mean, we all help each other record and finish
we all
stuff up.
never make any money off the records because all the money.
Yeah, I mean, if one of us plays, you know, when he lived here, when Mike lived here, if one of us was going to play, it would be like a lot of people. We'd all play together, you know, and we'd all help each other out and equipment and all that stuff. So, I mean,
the thing about the
Archie was certainly there at the start, but come on, ask me another question.
The thing about Chickfactor simply is that I made a statement about Velocity Girl. Like, I said that I didn't really like them tremendously, and that Mike, regardless, like that Mike and Velocity Girl were friends, but that Mike didn't really like Velocity Girl's music, and that Velocity Girl had gotten really sort of. It was weird to me that Velocity Girl had become the Slumberland band to get like stardom. You know, I thought they were
Black Tambourine.
Right. I thought they were sort of the least like interesting of the Velocity or of the Slumberland thing, like, you know, and so I thought it was interesting that happened, and I said one of the reasons Velocity Girl is so big is because of their attractive members. I think because I've witnessed, and I said that, you know, they totally have the chick factor for them, and the dick factor, which is the male version, the chick and dick factor, which is like people who come to see bands because they have a really attractive member.
Cute member thing.
Like, you know,
which, I mean, you know, we know Sarah. It's not, and I don't think even she would have been offended really if we had said like, yeah, everyone just comes to see you bounce around. You know,
Davis,
this was kind of like a throw-off statement, and
it was never meant to go on.
Pam and Gail got a hold of that, and we're just like really aggravated because they don't. But I think because they didn't really want to know how Mike felt. Like they're just kind of like. They're like, how can they say that? They have no idea. And it's like,
anyway,
well, in actuality.
I trashed Velocity Girl in this article, and so I got the fanzines, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe she printed all this, because she wasn't supposed to print all that part. And so I immediately got all of them together and brought them over to Velocity Girl. And we're like, look guys, I said this, it's true. Like, you know, I want you to hear it from me first before you find this like out on the stand. So this is what was written. I said it. A lot of it's out of context. Let me explain what I meant. You know.
And they weren't mad at all. They were like, yes.
And they were
fanzine
like,
stuff you stay in fanzine. Sometimes gets misconstrued.
Right.
Big deal.
And so they were really cool about it, and we're all really.
But I think Pam was a bit irked because.
But anyway,
she's kind of caught in the middle.
Right. I don't even know what Pam and Gail's feeling is. Like, I hardly know them. Except
I think Gail just latched onto it. This is a funny moniker, and she just thought, well, this is what that's what she doesn't like about rock music, is that, or indie music sometimes, is that you know, it's based on appearance and fashion, not on the music that people
Right.
make, you know, and that's why she chose to start talking about bands where females were in the band, where it wasn't like, you know, the female wasn't like the token female to make it more acceptable or something like that.
Right.
You know, I've written for Chickfactor I wrote for them a lot, and I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've written in like all but like 2 issues, but mostly I review stuff that isn't like the typical Chickfactor fare, but that's not, I mean, Gail just kind of leaves it up to us what we want to write about. It's getting, like when it first started out it was better, and now it's getting like more, it's too many ads by Warner Brothers and stuff.
I mean, you know, so, but I don't think we really fit into, like, we're never in Chickfactor, we're not really, Matt's friends with those guys, I'm really not. I mean, I'm friends with Velocity Girls, but I'm not really friends with, I don't really know Pam that well, I don't know Gail that well. I mean, my exposure to Pam was being in a band with her for a week, and that was in the recording, I think, so.
Oh, I've got a question. When I was interviewing Lorelei yesterday, they said that Chickfactor was named after Steven. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was saying something about Lorelei having, Velocity Girl having the Chickfactor.
Right.
That's why they're so, or like that's why.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. At the time, it kind of hurt our feelings, because but it was sort of a, like, I don't think. We never got angry or anything like that, but we were sort of hurt for a while, and it did there was sort of a weird tension between the 2 bands after that for a while.